had to do what was in best interest of him. And so now the Lakers, we got to go on and win this thing for Avery.
Okay.
Win this one for Avery.
All right. I don't know that you're going to win this one.
Yeah, we're going to win it. We're going to win it.
By the way, he is opting out of this for all the right reasons because he said family and cause. Black Lives Matter, obviously. So you cannot criticize him one ounce for saying, no, it's not right to be playing basketball now. We're going to talk about Fred VanVleet later in the show, and he was saying the same thing yesterday. Although he has opted in, he's saying, this just feels like wrong place, wrong time to actually be playing basketball. But Avery, leader of that coalition that Kyrie was a part of, Kyrie can't play anyway, coming off surgery, was one of the leaders who said, I'm just not going to play. I think that's a big loss for LeBron, who does want to play, does want to make the sprint to the finish and see if he can, quote unquote, sort of steal a fourth championship. Well, whatever. You know, it's going to be a little tainted. It's going to
be. It ain't going to be no tainted. No, that tainted.
Okay,
see, there you go. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
If we take it in the NASCAR, Skip, sometimes 500 miles is not enough. And sometimes we have a 2-lap sprint to the finish.
Okay.
You can't say, well, it's tainted because you only won the last 2 laps or you won the last lap. No, I crossed the finish line first. I won the Daytona 500. So if they're the last team standing, if they win 16 games, they are the best team. Ain't no asterisk. You stop that.
So if you win Daytona in 2 laps, it's not tainted?
No.
Boy, it is to me.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
That's just terrible.
Skip, you make it seem like, hold on. I'm not saying you come on there after everybody else is racing, then you just come on the track the last 2. I ain't talking about no Rosie Ruiz. You know who that is in the New York City Marathon, where she hopped on the train and ran like the last mile. And talking about, I won.
Boston. Yeah.
No, Boston or New York?
I believe it's Boston.
But I won. No, you didn't. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you go down to the bubble and you play all these games and you win, there is no asterisk.
Okay, so I warned my guy, J.R. Smith, yesterday on Twitter, be careful here what's happening, because if this sprint to the finish...
There you go.
Wait a second. If this sprint to the finish goes wrong for LeBron James...
I knew you was going to do that.
The GOAT, quote-unquote, I'm putting quote around GOATs, the GOAT now has his favorite scapegoat. Am I right, Shannon Sharp, that in the past, LeBron has quickly pointed fingers at... that guy.
Skip.
It was always JR's fault. A lot of times...
The man forgot he was playing an NBA ball game.
But it went on way before that. JR's shot is APB. Put out a warning. You know, whatever happened to his shot, right? You talk about that TV show Dallas. Who shot JR?
Yes.
All we ever talked about, it seemed like, on this show was what happened to JR's shot. Where did it go?
Skip, but you know, that last year in which they went to the final, JR was not shooting the ball like the JR that we had seen the previous couple of years in Cleveland.
Okay.
But you need to stop this.
LeBron could always blame it on JR. You know why? JR would take it. He would hang his head in the locker room and say, he's right, I got to start making shots, or he's right, I had a brain cramp. Whatever it was. And the ultimate moment came in Game 1 at Oakland of the finals in 2018. You know what happened at the end of the game. If we could see what happened.
We don't need to see it.
I want to see it.
I can't watch it.
I want to see it. Here's LeBron, and he gets the ball back, and he's got Steph on him. Shoot it! Shoot it! King, you got it! Just shoot it! What are you doing? Don't pass it to George Hill. What are you doing? Do you realize LeBron James had scored 49 points up to that point? 49 points. And he passed to George Hill when he had a 15-foot jump shot on Steph Curry. Just jab step him right now and just go up and shoot it. Shoot it from the top of the circle. Pull a Michael Jordan. Remember, they're down 1 at that point. He's as hot-handed as I've ever seen LeBron from the perimeter. He had made 10 of 11 free throws. All you have to do, jab step, go up, shoot a jump shot over 6 feet 3 inch Steph Curry. Mini Steph.
Oh, not even mini Steph.
Well, come on. You're 6'9" over 6'3". Why would you pass it to a guy you can't trust at the free throw line?
Now we can't trust him. The guy's a career 81% free throw shooter. Now we can't trust him.
George Hill had never been thrust into a position of having to make 2 free throws to win the game. You're down 1, you got to make them both.
Skip,
so he made the first one, and he missed the second one. And, of course, right on cue, JR took LeBron James right off the hook by grabbing the bat, made a great rebound on Kevin Durant. Great move on Kevin to get the basketball. He had a brain freeze. He lost
that's
track.
what it was?
Well, he just lost track of the clock, and he dribbled out the rest of the clock.
That's like me being on live television and just get up and go answer the doorbell.
Okay.
I forgot I'm on live television. J.R. Smith got he's in an actual NBA game.
And despite that mental blunder by JR, what then happened? You're tied with Golden State in game 1 going to overtime.
We were done. Like you told us game 6, when we got to overtime, we took you to overtime in San Antonio, and you said we were shot to the heart, we were done. We were done.
Okay, but in that case, you had the championship won, and all of a sudden you didn't have it won because of Ray Allen.
Hold up. How you think we had to so we win 1 game, that's the championship?
Wouldn't you like to have that leg up on that team?
No.
Yes, you would.
Hold on.
Game 1 at Oakland?
You guys had it. And then you still had game 7. Even if we win game 1, we still got to win 3 more games in order to win. All you guys had to do was win 1 game.
Did my guys quit in overtime of game 6, 2013 at Miami? They did not quit.
We blew the doors
It
off.
went right to the end of the game. Game 7 went all the way to the end of the game. They did not quit. They were just from the Ray Allen shot. They were up 5 with 18 seconds left, and they couldn't close the door in the deal on a championship.
So you don't believe we were psychologically wounded?
Your leader went and sat a seat away from the rest of the team, as in, I don't want to associate with you guys. And your leader went into overtime and refused to take a shot until you were down 7 with 2.5 minutes left in the overtime.
JR pulled a Jim Marshall. You know what Jim Marshall did. He scooped up
the wrong way.
Yes. J.R. Smith was 4 feet from the basket.
Okay, but the deed had already been done by LeBron James.
I don't need that. What do you mean?
If you're giving me GOAT, the GOAT just goes right up and shoots that shot to win the game. That's 4 seconds left in the game. Just shoot it. Pull right up and shoot the shot, and we're not having any... All of a sudden, you got a GOAT debate going now, right?
No.
He passed it up because he was afraid that was do or die, sink or swim.
51, the most points scored in a playoff and a losing career.
The way he got to 51 because he made 2 free throws in overtime.
Okay, what about that 49?
49, that means shoot it.
And he
don't put the game in George Hill's hands.
And he kept him in it.
Don't put the game in JR's hands. But, of course, JR took him off the hook, and he took the bullet for the team. He said, it was my fault. I screwed up.
He did. He didn't lie. Is there a lie in any statement that he said? Skip, here's the thing. And you want to make it about what George Hill, Skip, nobody's been in that situation until they've been in that situation. Frank Jobe had never done Tommy John until he actually did the surgery on Tommy John. So he had to start somewhere. George Hill had to make the... He's in a finals game. I know he had never been there, but nobody had ever been there until they had been there.
So who, Shannon Sharp, would you have trusted more? LeBron shooting a 18-foot jump shot, or George Hill making 2 free throws?
I want the ball in LeBron's hand. And whatever decision he'll make, I'll live with.
It's the right choice.
I'll live with whatever decision, Skip.
And by the way, JR also got a completely underrated assist on the greatest block in the history of the world. How about Game 7, 2016, again at Oakland? Watch what happened on this play. If we could slow it down a little bit. Wait a second. J.R. Smith first attacked Iguodala, slows him down, makes him double pump, and that led to the bicycle built for 2 block. Bicycle built for 2. JR got the first contention.
If they got the white jerseys on, if they got the maroon jerseys on, this doesn't do it justice.
Was that a pure chase down by LeBron? Was that LeBron going solo on Iggy? No, it was J.R. Smith getting in Iggy's way first.
That's Batman flying over Gotham.
Who contested the shot
Coming
first?
to get that Joker.
Who made Iggy pull the ball back down and not dunk it, but try to shoot a layup?
Did you watch it?
Who did it? It was J.R. Smith.
LeBron was explaining it. He said, JR, whatever you do, don't foul it. He says, I counted my steps. I counted Iggy's steps, and I knew exactly the large point in which I need to take off.
If there had been no JR in his way, Iggy goes up and dunks that ball, or at the very worst, he's shooting 2 free throws because he would have gotten fouled by LeBron James.
I'm not sure, but if LeBron had been long jumping, that might have been one of the 3 or 4 longest jumps in the history of the world. Now, Mike Powell has the record. Bob Beamon, Carl Lewis, that might have been a 28-foot jump, Skip.
Is that
Did you see where he... Skip, and he said, I went up with both hands, because just in case he wanted to get sneaky and lay it up on the other side, I had him to left to right. Bam!
That's called Bicycle Built for Two. And who was driving the bicycle was J.R.
The greatest block. The greatest block. The man is a part of the greatest comeback in NBA history, the greatest block in NBA history, had the greatest playoff run. I don't know what else to say about him other than GOAT.
So back to the question at hand. I still say it's a huge loss and a huge downgrade to go from Avery to JR.
Yes,
but I'm going to
because the
give you
chemistry.
this. Tomorrow is the deadline for all players to announce opting in, opting out. It's possible that Lou Williams will opt out for the Clippers. If he does, then we have leveled the playing field once again between Lakers and Clippers. In fact, that would be an even worse loss, obviously, than Avery Bradley will be for the Lakers. So I'm waiting to hear if Lou Williams, who was on the fence about whether he would decide not to participate because it's not the right time to participate. He's with the coalition. So if there's no Lou Williams, you got me. It's big advantage LeBron. But right now, it's big advantage Kawhi.
We got you regardless.
Regardless?
Regardless.
Okay.